Jay Grimes, and this is the Spotlight.
Okay, we're here on the spotlight with the Simone Green, track runner here at the University of Findlay. Um, introduce yourself like more.
I'm Simone. I do long and triple jump, and I'm a senior.
Okay, well, we got a couple questions for her today. And first, we're gonna start off by what are your goals this year for track? Because we know you won a lot, as we see all over Findlay's Instagram.
I win what? What do you mean by that?
Like you win
Do you know?
long jump, triple jump.
Okay.
Indoor, outdoor. I see that you were in 2019, 2020, you were second team all conference. 2020, the next year after that, you were first team indoor, second team outdoor.
Something like that.
Yeah, which is great accomplishments if you don't know. But yeah, like tell us what your goals this year. Like, do you plan on? We know you're gonna win, but like as far as accolades, like what are you like? What do you want to reach this year? Like, what's your new goals?
Okay. So in terms of accolades, after last season, my coach told me it's All American or die. So that was pretty intense. Yeah, that's exactly what my reaction was. So typically, the last couple seasons, I have always hit the national mark in order to be ranked, but I've only hit the mark in order to actually go twice. And that was indoor, this past indoor with long and triple. And outdoor, I hit the marks, but I didn't hit them legally, so they didn't count. And my coach was like, that's wraps. Like, next season, like, we're not playing. So, biggest goal, go to nationals, indoor, outdoor again, and place, get on the podium, top 8.
And that's crazy because like hearing your coach say it's all American or nothing.
Straight
Like,
up.
It's just like when she said it, it's like I got this. Like I know what to do. Or it's like, dang, I gotta put in some more work. I gotta figure something out because I know me personally. Outside looking in, I feel like you just like I know what to do. Like I know how to do this. Like just let's get there. Like prove myself right. Basically, is that basically how you feel?
Yeah, like, I already know that I'm capable of doing what she expects from me because I've done it before. I just haven't done it where it's counted, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. What motivates you? Like, what gets you going every day? Get you to go to track practice? I know track practice is hard.
Oh, yeah.
Very hard, especially in college. So, what motivates you to get up every day and keep on grinding?
I wouldn't even say motivated. I would just say, like, disciplined. Because, like, I'm not going to lie, like, I don't always want to go to practice, but it depends what we're doing. And I think a lot of external factors that, like, I can't control, like homework, family stuff, that all weighs in. But on the days that I really want to go to practice, the days that I'm really excited to practice, it's, I just want to get better.
Okay, that's crazy because like that she said, you said it's not really motivation, it's discipline.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't want to get that,
Yeah,
they be
no.
like, I gotta watch motivational videos. I gotta do this and do that in order for them to do what they're supposed to do when they really should have an inside motivator is discipline. Like I need to do this so that I can be great. Which it's crazy that you said that.
Yeah, motivational videos don't really do too much for me.
Yeah.
It depends on the day, but most of the time they don't really do anything.
So that goes to like your pre-meet rituals or what you listen to like music wise, like what's banging in your headphone when you got that big meet, like you going up against somebody that's that's gonna give you that competition. Like what you listening to?
I mean, to be honest, I don't ever look at who I'm jumping against because it doesn't matter. And that's not in like a cocky way to say that, but like I'm going to perform the way that I need to perform that day regardless of who is jumping there. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So, pre-meet, the biggest thing with my pre-meet is like I need to be in a good mood. Yeah. So like if I'm not happy, if I'm not enjoying myself, I don't perform well.
Okay.
So like I got to be dancing around, listening to my music. There's always some Meg in there. I know I'm probably going to catch some slack for that, but that's all right. It really depends. It depends on the day. Anything that's upbeat, anything that, let me figure out how to word this, makes you feel like you're on top of the world.
Okay.
type of energy.
So like you said,
Big dog.
you have to be in a good mood
Yeah.
when to jump good. So
Hmm.
then everything's like it's like a lot of things out of your control. So like you never know what can happen that day leading up to the meet. So there
Yeah.
could be something that throws your mood off or like make you feel different
Hmm.
about the day. Like how do you push through that though? Like to get yourself like, all right, lock in, Simone. Like I gotta do this. Like I gotta forget about this right now so I can do good. Then think about it later.
Yeah, it's all about being present. And a big part of that is like if something does happen, I've never had anything like major happen before I compete. But if something did, like I would talk to my coach, we would get on the same page, and then anything after that is like one rep at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, one drill at a time, one run through at a time, one jump at a time, and then you take it from there.
Okay. Like I said earlier, you win a lot as everybody on campus knows. And like the journey, like everybody uh, see, all right, Simone Green, she's winning, getting first place, first place here, first place there, first place. But they don't know like the actual what it actually takes, like the journey, your journey, like how you got to where you came from.
Mm-hmm.
Because outside looking in, it looks like, oh, she's beating all these people. Like, did she slip through the cracks from going D1, or like how did she end up at Finley, and she's dominating everybody in her way? Like she's like, how do you like? What has the journey been like? What got you here to Finley?
Yeah, so when I first came on my visit, I actually didn't want to come to Finley. The academic advisor was super pushy, and I did not like click well with him. But I clicked really well with my coach, and so I was like, I'm gonna think about it. And then after a while, like you ever get the feeling in football where you're like, what I'm doing right now, I know I'm doing it well, and I know that I'm gonna continue to do it well, and like this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
That's how it felt. Where it was like, I can't tell you why I'm supposed to be here, but I just know this is where I'm supposed to be at. So then freshman year went really well, and then COVID hit, so that sucked. And then we came back, and sophomore year indoor, and this whole time, like I'm doing the workouts, I'm doing extra stuff, I'm being in good communication with my coach, because if you don't have a good relationship with your coach, like that can make or break you as an athlete.
Yeah.
Right. So then indoor season my sophomore year, I went the entire season and I didn't PR. Like I didn't jump farther than I should have.
Yeah.
And that was really frustrating. So it got to the point where I was like, if I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing and I'm doing more, is this where I'm supposed to be at if like you can't get me here?
Right.
So I thought about transferring. And thank God I didn't, because I went, okay, and if anybody knows me, like I talk a lot.
Right.
And like I said earlier, like I got to be in a good mood. And so I didn't talk for a whole week at practice. And my coach was like, what's going on? And I was like, look, I'm really upset. I'm really frustrated. And I want to, like, I'm thinking about leaving. And obviously, like, your coach doesn't ever want you to go, like, they brought you here for a reason. So we took the weekend, thought about stuff. We came back, and Monday she laid out everything for me. She was like, this is what I think we need to do better. How do you feel about this? Here's a copy of, like, all the workouts, all the warm-ups, etc. And I was like, okay, we'll try outdoor and we'll see how it goes. And then the first meet outdoor, I went and I PR'd.
It's crazy.
So I was like, we worked for 6 weeks, and I went and I jumped, and I was like, okay, we can make this work.
What was on that paper? Was it like a lot different than what you were already doing, or like what was different about what she wrote down and broke down to you that took you to that next level?
It was more centered around what I needed to do, as opposed to like the general squad that I'm on.
Okay. Cause that's I feel like that's what a lot of people need to know, because people feel like they go to college and they feel like it's not going good at first, so they feel like they have to transfer, and they don't think about all the factors that go into that. Like once you transfer, you push yourself back academically first, so you're gonna already lose those credits, and then you never know. What if you're walking into a worse situation? You could have been in a good situation where you at, but you feel like it's not because of what's going on. So like, that's good that you said that.
Yeah, and collegiate athletics are always going to be hard. Like, this stuff is not easy. That's why you don't see a lot of people doing it. And if you can't, like I said earlier, like have a good relationship with your coach where you can be open and honest, then like why are you on that team?
Right. Okay. As I said again, I see a lot of winning around your name. Like every time I hear your name, it's about you winning, Simone Green winning. So humbly speaking, like, has winning become a second nature for you? Like, is it just something that you like? Just something that you do? Like, you a winner? Like you win at like you just don't like losing. Like when you do other things outside of track, is it a must that you win or you just don't feel right?
I think when you're good at something, that it kind of just runs over into everything else you do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you have those expectations for yourself and you don't want to be below that bar.
Mhm.
So it's kind of just like excellence in everything, as opposed to like I'm just going to be good at track, or I'm just going to be good at football and then I'm going to let my grades slip, or
Right.
I'm not really going to care about anything else. So yeah, excellence in everything always.
Excellence. Who do you do it for? Like other than yourself and like just getting a personal accolades? Like who would you say you like? Is there people that look up to you, or are there people that count on you back home, family, anything like that?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say like I do it for them, because anything I do, like I do it for myself, right? But definitely my biggest support is my dad, my best friend. And then so I teach at the high school that I used to go to, and they talk about my accolades there. And so like the track team gets super excited when I come and I visit. So, kind of doing well, so that way they can see that like you can go to college at any division level and do well, It doesn't just have to be D1.
Yeah, I feel that's important because like a lot of people, like I don't think a lot of people know what most people should know, but they're like there's little kids, like kids out there that look up to you that you don't even know, like that look
Yeah,
up
I
to
think
you.
that's
Like it's
crazy.
crazy because you can go back like, and that's for anybody, like anybody in here too,
Mm-hmm.
like it's a lot of people that actually look up to you that you don't know. You go, I guarantee you, if most people go to their hometown and actually go back to their high school or stuff like that, it might be somebody that say, "Oh, that's Simone, that's Brennan, that's Big Mike," and
Right.
he haven't never seen that person in their life,
Mm-hmm.
but just hearing that, it's like, dang, I'm actually doing something for the people that's back here. I'm actually doing something that
Yeah.
make me push harder. Like it just that's
And that matters too.
Yeah.
Especially if you're putting up like records and like they sit up there for a while,
Yeah.
and then like you're giving somebody else a goal to beat. So I think that's pretty cool.
okay. Um, what would say like what would be your single most uh favorite accomplishment that you had so far here in college? Like the number one accomplishment that you right now that you can never forget, like that you would never forget.
Okay, so this one's gonna sound weird because it's not like an accolade. And quite honestly, I mean, accolades are cool, but like it's all about the process,
Yeah.
So I don't really care about accolades all that much. But the last meet that I competed in, it was a last chance meet. So meaning like you're trying to hit this mark in order to get into the national meet. And I had jumped the Thursday before. The meet was on a Thursday. I jumped the Thursday before. I jumped the Tuesday before trying to hit this same mark, and I didn't hit it. And Tuesday I jumped, and it was we'll say a growth meet. It wasn't super productive distance wise.
Yeah.
And then Thursday we're driving there. We're driving up to Oakland, so it's like 3 hours. And I'm talking to my coach, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna feel good warming up because I just competed basically back to back, and that's a lot. And we get there, I'm warming up, and whenever I start to warm up, like I can tell like I'm feeling really good, and I'm gonna jump really far. So we start jumping, and my first jump, I hadn't hit the provisional mark in long jump yet.
Yeah.
And I jump, and it's over the provo mark,
Okay.
which is like 19 feet and some change. And then like all of my jumps that meet were over that mark, so that was a big accomplishment. And then I had some really big fouls for both long and triple jump. And it was just the biggest meet where I could tell that like I was in my flow state, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't do anything or take me anywhere, but like growth moment.
Yeah. Long jump or triple jump? You had to choose one. You had to give one up. Which one are you keeping?
That's hard. In freshman year, me would be like, I don't even know what you're talking about, because I came in and I had really only done long jump.
Yeah.
And then, which is wild because I don't have the long jump record yet. I only have the triple jump record. I think I'd take I think I take triple jump. I'm not gonna
Triple?
lie, even though I'm a primary long jumper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That triple jump seemed like it's no joke. I just can't even like you jumping off of one leg
Mhm.
then twice on another leg, or how's it?
same leg, different leg pit.
But you can jump. But if you do a regular long jump, you jump further off, just off of not having to hop off one leg.
Yeah, but the setup is different.
Uh,
Like the entire approach is a little bit different.
I feel like you gotta be stronger for triple jump. Because if you really think about it,
You got to be strong for both. You got to
Yeah.
be strong and you got to be fast for both.
but
Triple jump's more about timing than long jump is.
yeah,
Long
You-
jump's about setup.
because I feel like some people like you tell them to go out there and do a triple jump, they're gonna jump off that one leg and collapse.
They're not gonna catch it. I guarantee
Yeah,
it.
they gonna.
And that's not a knock on them. That's just because it's hard.
Yeah,
I mean, I still do that sometimes.
for real.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
it's
I didn't
not
know
all
that.
stars and glamorous over here. You should see me at dude. I've wiped out. I got scars. I literally tripped and fell like Monday.
Stuff we don't see.
It's all right.
Stuff we don't see.
It's all right.
That's what leads to being great, though. You know. What do you want your legacy to be? Here at the University of Philly and just
In general.
in general.
Period. Okay. Finley, I want both the long jump. Well, I guess there's 3 different records. All right. So I want indoor long and triple, outdoor long and triple, and then I want the facility long and triple records. And I want them to be so far that nobody else can touch them for like
Years to come.
years to come. Yeah. That's the ultimate goal. I got 2 years to hit it.
Because once you do that, that means your name is gonna be mentioned every time.
Every time.
Especially when somebody come close, they're gonna be like, almost had Simone Green record.
I like that.
Couldn't quite get it.
I like that. Yeah,
That's
that's
what's
the
up.
goal. Crazy distances, but also just because I want to jump. We're looking at possibly post collegiate, but we'll see.
That's what I was just gonna ask you. Like, what was your plans after college? Like, you wanna go Olympics or like how do you see yourself after college?
So I'm gonna finish up my bachelor's in the spring, and then starting in the summer, I'm gonna start my master's program, and then we're gonna do that fall spring, so that way I can finish out my 5th COVID season,
Yeah.
and then finish my master's in the summer, and then after these last 2 seasons, my coach and I will decide if I should continue and do post collegiate or if I should call it. But the idea is there.
But do you want to do post collegiate, right?
If my body is healthy enough to do it, then yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I like the idea.
Yeah, that's what matters. That's what matters.
It does matter, especially at triple jump.
Okay, like I know we've been talking about trike the whole time, but I know you're involved in other things on campus, especially the Black Student Union.
Yep.
You're a big part of that, and it's a lot of people that don't know about that. Some people see the email and just keep scrolling, or just
Mike.
swipe, or just swipe over.
Open it up. Open the email up.
But
read it.
yeah, it's.
You too.
But yeah, it's just like that's I feel like that's something people should really know about. Like people should be coming to. Because me personally, I promote it a lot. I want all races to be there, honestly, because I feel like everybody should know about what's going on, and especially on this campus, not like it's like 4% Black people on the entire campus.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is we catch a lot of slack for inviting non-Black people to our meetings or like encouraging non-Black people to be at our meetings, but like when you go to Finley and it's literally a PWI, like you want the biggest way you can make a change in an environment like this is by educating the people around you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why would like the slack is to me is like kind of weird because like even like if let's say you were to like only want Black people coming, it's going why would you want to separate yourself like like be like we don't want to be with you guys, we're trying to have our own thing, like when you really want to that's really to make us more comfortable and bring other people, like get us involved with more stuff, like with information and stuff like that, because you know, like you said, we're a minority, but it just like all people should be welcome. Like I feel like other races should want to know what's going on with other races. Like,
a lot
so,
of
you know,
yeah, like a lot of people do. They just feel like you said, they don't feel that level of comfort like how we do
Yeah.
if we're walking into a meeting that literally says like it's for black people, you know.
Right.
So what we've found that like if you personally ask people like, hey, I remember talking to you about this, if you want to know more, like you should come to this meeting tonight.
Right.
If you ask people personally and you reach out to them, like they're gonna know that you have them and they're okay.
Yeah.
And it's okay for them to like ask questions that they have as
Right.
opposed to keeping them to themselves.
Right. Answers are always the best,
Mhm.
especially for people that know what to tell you. But with the this next event, is there going to be a flyer made, or did you already?
It's
make
on
a
our
flyer?
Instagram
It's on Instagram
at
already?
finley.bsu.
Say-
Follow us
Can you say it one more time for them?
at finley.bsu on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. There's no tweets or TikToks on there yet, but we're working on it.
Yeah. I mean,
Fo-
we can.
yeah.
You can. I feel like we can work. We can work with y'all on that. With
Yeah,
getting
let's do that.
Getting that.
Let's
we
make
can-
that happen.
Like a partnership, something like that.
I like it.
Get it. Videos going, like
Kinda
everything
stuff.
getting involved with the campus.
No cap, y'all should bring your cameras to our meeting if you want.
That's not a bad idea. Well, you gotta add like some activity. What kind of activity you?
All right, so tomorrow we're going to play a game involving red flags and green flags in relationships. It's going to be discussion based.
I know a lot of people that like to discuss too.
That's what I'm saying.
Forever.
We can have a lot of it's some good questions. There were some in there that I didn't even have an answer to and I made them up. So I was like,
Yeah, we're gonna try to get a lot of. What time is it again?
do you want me to tell you the real time or do you want me to tell you the time that we're telling black people to show up because black people are late for everything?
The real time.
Do not be later than 7:30 because we starting at 7:30. But if you want to come early, show up at 7:20. Yeah, I'm so serious.
So like she said, for
7:20 in CBSL 120. So the first floor. It's called the Jebbit Room.
BB time. Be there at 7. 7 o'clock is when it starts. 7 o'clock, be there. And by the time you actually get there, we should really be starting.
We gonna be starting. We starting at 7:30, no later.
And come to have fun too. Don't be all hostile and sitting in the back, scared to talk.
Oh no, we have tables. Y'all gonna sit at the tables. It's gonna be a discussion style. You can't hide in the corner.
I like
this
that.
year.
Discuss that's like a big circle or like across from each
Kind of
other.
like
Okay. But yeah, that wraps up the interview today with Simone Green. It was great having her on.
thanks.
The first interview.
Woo, woo.
It's just trying to get her spotlight, let people know like her journey, like what it took for her to get to where she at today, and like
Thanks.
where she gonna be for the years to come. And thanks for coming on today.
Thanks for having me. Y'all better come to some track meets. December 1st and 2nd.
Be there, be square.
Indoor track.